there's a 60-second online activity you're doing every single day that could be making you $3, $5, and even $10,000 a month from your laptop. Do you know what it is? As someone who has never made money online before, it'll probably sound totally weird to you. But having made millions online with this, I can tell you that if you don't know this, it is easily costing you $100,000 a year right now. And if you ever tried getting an online business going, but always felt it was too complicated, had tons of moving parts, and demanded way more time than you were willing to put into it, it's probably because you were missing this one thing without even knowing it. To give you an idea, what I've done is I've generated a lot of curiosity. Basically, the ad I was basing it on, it was the ad that started with the following. It said, there's a 4-word question that you should never ask a man if you want to keep him in your life and make him fall in love with you, or something like that. So that ad is from the relationship niche, and the offer is specifically for women. And specifically for women who struggle to keep a man around. Apparently there's like a big niche for that. And so the copywriter came on to do an interview on a podcast or a show that I subscribe to. It's called Steal Our Winner. It's kind of like Netflix for marketers. And he broke down the ad. And basically the concept of the ad was all about this one mistake that you are making it without even knowing, that's screwing up your chances for achieving whatever goal you are looking to achieve. So it can be easily applied to pretty much anything. For example, did you know there's one seasoning you never put on your steak to make the juiciest and the most delicious steaks ever? Did you know there's one mistake that every amateur golfer makes that's costing them 4 strokes every time they hit the green, or something like that, right? So it's a very simple formula to kind of copy. Now, for me, I couldn't really figure out what that mistake might be. Like, I really couldn't figure that out. So instead, I went with the curiosity of there's one thing that you could be doing that can be making you money that you're not doing. And by the way, you're actually doing this thing every single day, and you don't even know that it could be making you money. So I kind of went with that approach. And this curiosity approach gets people to click on the ad, because the previous ad didn't necessarily generate as much curiosity, therefore it wasn't really getting as many clicks. So I launched this ad on Saturday, and it's now been running for a couple of days. And like I said, the cost per click is like half of what I'm usually seeing, and that's great. I'm seeing sales come in, but the data, I will only be able to track the data a couple of days later because it takes time to update in the system. So I don't know specifically which campaigns it's coming from, but that's the ad. So the ad is so the ad is called, if you ever look it up, the 4-word question you should never ask a man. And the copywriter who wrote it is Chris Haddad, and he's a very famous copywriter, very famous. He's also very good. And I thank him very much for sharing this ad and breaking it down and why it works, because, I mean, so far it's showing great results, and I really can't wait to see if this one sticks, because sometimes, they can start well and then they kind of die, but we'll see. But the point being is that it's not rocket science. You can get real close real fast, and you can nail it really quickly. But because he doesn't reveal the exact question in the ad, and probably halfway through the VSL, people still go and watch it. You know why? Because they have to confirm whether what they guessed is right or not. And that's brilliant, because we have to know, are we right or are we wrong? But did anyone think of the answer for what is that 60-minute thing you do every day that could be making you $3, $5, and $10,000 a month? So basically, it's sending out an email. Because on average, how long does it really take you to send an email, especially if you're emailing your friend or something? A lot of times it's done almost like an afterthought, right? Very quickly. So I kind of use the 60-second parameter. It could be 3 minutes, could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But I decided to use 60 seconds, appealing to that sort of instant gratification thing, right? And basically, rather than taking a negative approach of here's this thing you might be doing that is, that's causing this thing you don't want. I basically took a more positive approach and said, here's this thing you might be doing that could be actually giving you this amazing positive result, but isn't, because you just don't know. And so throughout the ad, I also tease them in the same way. So I'd say, let me give you a hint. People do it. People do it in bed when they wake up and before they go to sleep. People do it while watching TV. People do it in the bathroom. People do it in traffic when there's, either stuck in traffic or at the traffic light. And I'm kind of like giving them hints, like when people do it, but I don't disclose exactly what it is. And all the way through the ad, I don't disclose what it is, and I send them to the offer to find out what it is. Now, I still haven't modified the offer, the VSL, to maybe tease them some more about it, because I really want to get people to a point where they're like, I have to know or I will die. But that's like, if this shows promise, that's what I'll do next.